I gotta sort all this out. Hang on. I moved everything around for... I got all my Blizzard stuff from the gear store sale. Hang on. I got all my Blizzard stuff from the gear store sale, so I was doing an unboxing, which means that I moved all of my stuff around, so I gotta put it back now. Hang on. This is wrong. This is all wrong. What's up, Game Addicted and Sir Gothic? How you doing? And Alexander? Closer? No, too far. Close enough. Oh, man. Hello from Malta? Can you say hi to Sarah Javou? I don't know if I can. I don't know if I said that right. Hi Hazel. Hi John. What's up, Deerville? How you guys doing? Okay, so... Is there any sound? No. I need to turn on a game sound. Just a couple... I was just trying to wrap up my unboxing. I gotta show you guys. I mean, there's gonna be a whole video coming out. Either probably Sunday or Monday. But I gotta show you guys some of this stuff. It's pretty nuts. Dialogue? Sure. I don't remember what I normally play with. As far as what we're actually doing on stream, I want to do some Mythic Zeros like I was talking about in the vlog. I also haven't done Wailing Caverns yet this week, so I'm probably going to go bust through the Pet Battle Dungeon. And then... Pet Battle Dungeon, I got to catch up on Broken Shore quests, make sure I don't miss any of those world quests while they're up. And then I just got my artifact research, so the sky's the limit as far as stuff to do, because... I am working on point 43. I have 40. No, I'm working point 44. So point 44, I believe I get this one. I think I get To the Pain. Pardon me. I think I get that next. My camera still doesn't look like it's quite in the right spot, but I'm just gonna move on with my life because it is mostly looking at me. Can you guys see my new plushie army? Oh gosh, I've fallen off my mat, but there's so many of them. I have all of the warlocks? I don't have any warlocks. I have all of the murlocs. And then I have all of the whelps except one. Because the Azure whelp was not as on sale as the rest of them. And then just like a bunch of other little ones. What's up, Ciaran? Flurried? Yo, hell yeah, Lips. Lips, you don't have to keep super chatting. I saw you just changed your Patreon thing. I'm really excited to draw something for you. I'll get you your introductory to the $25 tier email sent, so that I can get started on whatever you're gonna have drawn for next month, because I wasn't able to get you in on any of the pet battle stuff because you're EU. So I'm really excited that I can actually finally start giving something back to you, but you don't have to do the super chat anymore. You've given me so much. How are you today? I am great today. You guys like my new shirt? This is it came in part of the Blizzard order. This is one of the the Warcraft movie shirts, but it's just, I think, a really cool Alliance logo. And maybe it's just because it's new, but it's like a really comfy shirt. Oh my gosh. What am I looking at here? I got details. I switched to details instead of... I still don't hear any music. Is this on? I switched to details instead of... Oh, you know what? I don't think it's coming out of my headset. It looks like it's showing up in OBS. Can you guys hear game music? Sound. Let's try... Test. Oh, you know what I think I might have done? Aha! I was muted. Sometimes it happens when the cloud, whatever, not 9, HyperX cloud, the headset anyways, the headset has like a little remote, and sometimes I sit on it by accident. Shirt is amazing, isn't it? They're $7 right now. Now that I know how comfy it is, I kind of want to get more, but I don't really need more shirts. But, oh my goodness, it's so comfy. I wish they had them in lighter colors. It's a nice color, but I feel like whenever I wear dark colors like this, I kind of blend into the back of my chair. And I just prefer wearing lighter ones, but it's definitely a really cool shirt. Almighty Army Nims, sup? Wayne and Remaining finally caught you live. Normally can only watch the VoDs. Welcome everybody for the Horde. I respect other people's right to support the Horde. But I am so Alliance all the way through. I'm so happy that my guild is Alliance. Like, I would go Horde for my guild if I had to. I'm not so heavily married to my faction that I wouldn't switch if it was necessary, but... Oh, no, I wouldn't like it. I have all the merch Thanks for answering my question in the vlog. No problem, Kazan. First live stream, I never knew your streaming time. Sup Forsaken Help. You love details. You like that it can show how much damage people take from specific abilities. I'm still figuring it out. Because the reason I was messing around with it was I was in a run. I did a Mythic Plus. Hang on, I need to head out to the Wailing Caverns. That's the fastest way to get there. I've been going to the Wailing Caverns by going to Stormwind and then Oldham and then flying, but that's probably... Or, you know, I could go... We could go Vale of Eternal Blossoms, Old Dalaran, Caverns of Time. It's not that different. I don't know the fastest way to get there for Alliance. Horde have a much easier time. They can just go from Orgrimmar. Have you done time walking this week? I did do time walking. I'm done with time walking, thankfully. Is it still even up? Isn't the event over? Time walking. And, no, begins. Yeah, okay. No, it is still time walking. Okay. No, I did all my time walking. There was like a weird thing where Ret Paladins had a new artifact trait that wasn't scaling down. And I happened to know a Ret Paladin that had unlocked that trait. So I queued up with him and some guildies, and we did them really fast because he did like a lot of damage. Pay to go to Ratchet. Ratchet? There's somebody you can pay to go to Ratchet? How do I do that? I'm probably not going to do it because I don't know how, and by the time the chat delay catches up, I probably could have just gone the route I was originally planning on, but I've never heard of that before. Good morning from Aussie, Hazel, and folks for the Horde. Sup, Greg? Good morning. I like your posters so much. Yeah, the you can only kind of see part of her face, but here I'll get up. So this just came today. This is one of the canvases. Look how big this thing is. I can't wait to put this up. I want to have like this on one side and then some posters kind of to the side of it, so it's like an asymmetrical wall of WoW art, but I love it. I wish I had all of them, but they're, even at 75% off, it probably would have been a little bit too much money to buy all of them, and I don't know that they all would have fit, but I love it. It's the colors are so bright on it, and it's so big. Isn't that cheating? I mean, I was just in time walking with my guildie. It was really weird that he was doing so much damage. I don't really know all that much about it. Will you ever level your other characters? Maybe, but not this expansion. In Legion, I am sticking to just the one thing. Legion has just made it... Oh, I need to update... Hang on. Very vital business here. I am not drinking Taiguanyin. This is a lie. This is a lie. I'm drinking... I was drinking Taiguanyin like an hour ago, but I made a fresh pot. I have Genmaicha. I got some teacups. I finally got more teacups. I bought this one from Japan because I wanted a Japanese cup for my Japanese teas, and then I have like a bunch of Chinese cups for my Chinese teas. It's got like little flower blossoms painted on it. Teleport device outside the shrine. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ever going to find that. I'm sure it exists. I'm sure you're right. I just don't know if I'm ever going to find it. Okay, so my plan here was to go in here and up here and then Caverns of Time. The existence of two parallel but slightly different Dalarans has been messing me up for a while. Have you guys ever been hit with that thing where, like, at the end of a dungeon, or the end of your raid, actually, as it happens, it was the end of raid night, and one of my mages made a portal to Dalaran, and I was, like, kind of wiped because we had just been raiding for 3 hours, and I was ready to go to bed, so I, like, took it, and I was looking around to try and go somewhere. I think I was actually trying to get back to the raid because somebody needed to give me something. And I was like looking around and I was like, wait a minute, there's something not right about this Dalaran. Something's not quite right. And then I realized what it was and I was real mad. I was so mad that somebody had poured to me to the other one. They got me pretty good. The vanilla WoW thing, where did you get it? From the gear store, Blizzard gear store, gear.blizzard.com, I think it is. They're on sale right now. They're normally like $50, $60, $40. But it was on sale for 15. So it was a really good price. I could not resist. Oh yeah, I was talking about alts in Legion. So as you can tell from my loading screen, I used to love alts. Like, I spent pretty much all of Mists of Pandaria doing nothing but leveling alts. All through Cataclysm, all through Mop, pretty much all through Warlords. I had an alt of every single class kept up to max level, with the exception of Death Knight. I never really did the Death Knight thing. But I was always playing alts, and I just can't do it in Legion. I did it a couple times. I have 3 110s. 2 of them are Druids. And they're, like, I get to 110, it's like, there's so many things that you have to do before you can play. And I was PvPing too, so that was, you know, there was the honor grind. You had to unlock your extra relic slot. You had to do some of the order campaign. You had to, like, after you level, I wanted to be able to play, and I wasn't able to do that. And I just can't stomach the idea of all of the work and single-player questing you have to do to set up a character these days. They have made it a little bit better, but I'm just not interested in playing alts. I'm just going to focus all of my efforts and all of my time into this one character. I'm going to get as much artifact power as I humanly can on her, and try and be the best Shadow Priest I can be. And maybe that was, like, their low-key goal with Legion. Maybe they really wanted people to enjoy mains more, but Legion has completely killed alts for me. I can't stomach it. I just won't do it. It's to the left of the pet battle quest giver at the shrine. Okay. I'll take a look for that. I'll take a look for that next time I'm there. Did your WoW purchase come in yet? Mine got delayed. I just got it today. I was just talking about that. Mine was stuck in processing for like a week, and I was getting a little bit upset. Well, not upset, but I was getting a little bit sad because I was seeing all my friends on Twitter get theirs. But I got an email yesterday saying that it had finished processing and ship it, and then it shipped. And then I got my shipment today. So even if it says it's still processing, they are working on it. They're aware of it. It's probably not going to get stuck forever. It just might take a while. I'm assuming they had like a lot of orders, and they're just working through them. When you play your druid, have you ever tried playing Boomy instead of Resto? Sometimes I did Boomy for World Quest and whatever. It never really did much for me. If I was going to play another DPS spec for PvE in this game, I would be a Warlock. I would probably be an whichever Warlock spec really spoke to me, but probably Affliction. Just because right now as a Shadow Priest in my raid, I try really hard and I do some pretty good damage, but if I was a Warlock, one, I would probably be a human Warlock. I would probably either race change my Warlock to human or just level a new one, but probably just race change. I would be a human Warlock. Secondly, I would be able to summon my guild members. We don't have a Warlock right now, so people have to run there on their own. Summons would be very handy, especially when people want to like change talents. Thirdly, I would be able to battle res. We only have one battle res in our raid night right now, and sometimes that person dies, and then they're like, get him up because he's like a tank. And then they're like, oh wait. That was the only person that could get anybody up. So I would have a battle res, and then I would have 3 damage specs. Obviously, with the way artifact power and the artifact weapon grind works, I probably wouldn't have them all maxed out. But it's just different. It's just more options. It's just more options of something to play. And because I wouldn't be in shadow form and I would be a human, I would be able to see my transmog much more clearly, which would make it better for collecting and wearing transmog. So if I was going to be any other DPS spec in this game, I would be a Warlock. Also, I get a pet. I like pets. And I really like the dot playstyle. That's my favorite part of Shadow Priest, is the dot-based sort of rot playstyle. I really like that. So the Warlock, I feel like, would be just a more intense version of that. I hate when they do that damages. Hi, Maisel. Yo, sup, Skaterbun? It's not that bad. You're 7 down with alt. Yeah, but you're like, I don't know. You have more mental fortitude than me when it comes to that kind of thing. Most alt-friendly expect to least alt-friendly expect. Yeah. My alts made me so much gold in Warlords. Like, that's the reason I have so much BattleNet balance stockpiled, is because I went into Legion with over 1 million gold because I had just accumulated it from garrisons in WoD, but they don't... I mean, you can still kind of do that in Legion. You still have the mission table. You can still get gold missions. You can still set yourself up, but it's so labor-intensive to get the characters set up. And then you need consistent order resources to queue those missions. And unlike in Warlords, you don't passively generate those anymore. You can't just log in and pick up your garrison resources that you've generated over time. This isn't exactly where I wanted to go. I wanted to go a little bit further to the Wailing Caverns, because I haven't done this yet this week. I only did it the first time. It has been reset, I'm assuming, so I want to do it again and hopefully get a pet. Thank you for your videos. My mom loves your pet battle videos. No problem, Adam. Tell your mom I said hi. Hey Hazel, I'm drinking some Stash Premium Green Tea right now from your recommendation. It's good. Do you put anything in your tea or drink it straight to put that hair on your chest? Oh, the only tea that I will ever put anything in is if I'm having English breakfast tea, then I will add milk. And if I'm having English breakfast tea on a weekend, then I'll have milk and sugar. But everything else, even some, like I've started drinking some slightly fancier black teas. I have some Yunnan, I have some Golden Monkey and some Golden Emperor, some Chinese black teas, and I've been having those just straight. And they've been, like the first couple times, it was a little bit hard to drink, but I guess it's an acquired taste that I acquired because I love them now. I've gone too far. I've gone altogether too far. I'm turning back around. Whoops, daisies. But yeah, totally just drink them straight. Eventually, when I nail down what my tea preferences are exactly, I will do some kind of a video being like, these are beginner teas. This is your beginner tea wear. If you want to go down the deep dark rabbit hole of tea like I have, this is the, you know, the backpack and the walking stick that you take with you on your journey to Mordor. You're thinking of getting the Alliance head as a tattoo? That would make a, like the lion, because that would make a pretty good tattoo. People give people a lot of grief for getting WoW tattoos, and I don't think I would get one myself just because all of my tattoos are very like nature related. I've got like the tree on this arm and I've got like a leaf on my back. But like people, like you play WoW for so long, it's such a big part of your life. Even if WoW dies next year and they stop making it and nobody ever plays it again, it was still such a huge part of your life that I don't see anything wrong with having a tattoo that memorializes something that was such a big part of you. I don't think you're really going to regret it. You want your mug. It'll get there soon. You'll have to let me know when you get it. They're pretty cool. Warlocks aren't brought for DPS, only for summons. Hey Arisen, aren't they good DPS though? I thought Warlocks did pretty good DPS. I thought they were alright. So I have made a guide on this for anybody that hasn't done this yet. I do have a video guide talking about the kind of pets you want to bring. I'm not going to be using those pets necessarily exactly. Oh, I did a bad thing. You're not supposed to jump down. You're supposed to just talk to her and she ports you in. I'm just going to kind of use a bunch of whatever because I have like a lot of pets leveled. And the thing I really like about this is that it's not terribly difficult. So you can kind of get away with using stuff that you don't normally get to use. So I'm probably just going to use a bunch of random stuff. You made an orc warlock. And leveling it off of how awesome Coltan was in the Nighthold. Man, that's a weird role model you got there. Plus a lot less locks now in raids, yeah. Oh man, I've missed some stuff. Hazel, my secret is liquor, don't tell anyone. Oh, we all know that. We all know that. You're a new player, you would like to find a guild to raid with? I would check guild recruitment forums. I think is the place where people still look for raiders. That or you just pug. You pug raids. And then hope that you pug into a guild that you would like to join at some point. Yo, sup, Paz? I heard you were in, I want to say Greece? But I hope that you're having a great time doing whatever it is that you're doing while you're busy ditching our guild. Me and some Jin were friends last night doing dailies. You died a lot. Wailing Caverns is south of you. Yeah, I caught up. I gotta catch up in chat here. Affliction is the top spec in the game right now. Oh, don't tell me that. I'm gonna want to switch. And I don't have, maybe after I finish my shadow weapon. Okay, so I'm going to put together, let's grab some mechanical something, sure, and then, grab some mechanical, and then, I usually like a magic pet, magic damage pet, and then, what was the other one? Flying pet? Let's grab like a parrot. Right, sure, yeah, okay. These first stages are so easy that it's not really going to be a big deal. Should I batter? 900? Yeah, I think batter is probably the better call because wind-up's going to take 2 turns to do. And it's only going to almost kill him unless I happen to crit. Sucks that he made me slower, but it's fine. Oh. If I'd gotten better RNG in that first hit, this would have been better. But it's fine. I don't need to reuse any of these pets exactly. Oh, I have flying. I have flying damage for the DBA Chomper. That's handy. Also, they always miss. These dudes always hit you with blood in the water, and they never set up a bleed first. And I don't think I've ever had one hit me. I've gotten really lucky so far. You're in Rome. Your channel's getting big. Oh, cool. I knew it was something like that. Yeah, I've been. Well, I was working really hard. I got sick. I'm kind of in like the early/late stages of a cold. I don't know if I beat it or not. whenever I start to feel like I'm just about to get sick, I always just like immediately take it super easy, and I get tons of sleep, and I force myself to drink huge amounts of water and just eat really healthy food and like chill for a couple days. And usually if I do that and I don't make myself go like outside in the cold forever, and I don't make myself stay up late and work too hard, and I don't stress out too much, usually I can make the cold go away in just a couple days. Because once my voice is gone, I can't work anyways. I don't sound good when I'm just croaking into a microphone. So let's see, what do I got? I guess I can just switch parrot first and then grab an extra. It should be a mech, but I'm just gonna throw like a random thing in the bottom there. It doesn't really matter. Pet battles are turn-based? Yeah. Did you never do a pet battle pass? It's basically exactly like Pokemon, except that you only have 3 moves. When you're selecting your pet, each move has a choice of 2 moves it can have on each tier, so you have a total of 6 to choose from, but you can only pick 1 or 2 on each tier, basically. And then each pet will also have an attack stat, a speed stat, and a health stat. Speed determines which one goes first, attack determines how hard you hit, and then health is health. It's not like a super in-depth crazy system, but it's also not fun. I do enjoy pet battles. Why do you not stream on Twitch? She does. I used to. And then I quit, and then I went back, and then I think I quit again because on Twitch I have to stream in like kind of awful resolution with kind of awful frame rate. And on YouTube, I stream in better resolution with better frame rate, and it gets automatically uploaded to my channel. And also on whenever I streamed on Twitch, I would have an average of like 12 to 13 people there, and right now I have about 153 people here. So that pretty much sums it up. She's taken a break from rated PvP. That's true. Although break implies that I'm going back. I don't want to give anybody false hope. I have pretty thoroughly quit. I am pretty done. A lot of people ask me why I don't just do it like a battleground or just like casual PvP or just like skirmishes. And while they have a point, and that would be the sane way to do it, like I can probably PvP without going super hardcore. People can. I can't. I am all or nothing with something like that. I will be miserable trying to PvP if I don't feel like I'm good at it. And the only way I'm going to be good at it is if I play every single day for at least an hour a day. And I just don't have time for that right now. Or presumably ever again. So that's why I'm not PvPing. And the Twitch stream was very much like a PvP isolated kind of thing. So I probably should have put a magic pet first. I guess I can actually just switch to Brightpaw and he'll wrap this up. Oi, Hazel from Brazil. Sup, Tinker? I blame you for my pet addiction. I always did it passively until your guides. Oh man, pet addiction is a great thing to get into. It's a nice thing to do in WoW in between different stuff. I love collecting pets, and I love having them leveled up. Like, I love being able to pull out a cool pet that I found that I know not too many other people have, and then having it, you know, with like a cool name and it's level 25. Like that, it just kind of shows that you put some time into it. I like that. But on YouTube, I can't meme on you. It's true. It is harder to meme on YouTube. YouTube is missing the super cool emotes. There are emotes on YouTube. They're just kind of funny looking. Here, let me see some emojis. We got like this weird face thing, and then these ones. There we go. Look, don't tell me that YouTube doesn't have emojis. Oh man. Hazel's a quitter. I prefer to think of it as I am smart enough to realize when I'm making a bad time investment, and I am also smart enough to realize that it's okay to stop. I'm not falling victim to the sunk cost fallacy. So, I don't really need to say Brightpaw. I can probably just continue this fight until she's done. Oh my gosh, that hit so hard. Do you think he's gonna... No, I'm definitely done for. Definitely super done. Either of these are gonna be faster, I think. Not with the speed reduction. I probably should have looked at the speeds. That one might have been able to do it with the flying bonus, but it's fine. I can take an extra hit. Alright, so time for some scum. How did I do scum last time? I don't really remember, but I think I'm gonna try and... No, scum uses armor, right? So with scum, we liked doing... What did I actually... I forget. Oh, you know what? I took the Draenei Micro Defender. I liked him. So we'll do Draenei Micro Defender. I think I'm also gonna take a Tonk with Ion Cannon. A Reflective Shield. Yeah, Reflective Shield, Metal Fist. We'll take a Tonk. And then I'll throw just like some other pet, like an idol or whatever, doesn't really matter, in the back line. And then that, yeah, let's try this. Let's rock and roll with this. I'm not very good at remembering stuff. I'll make a video and I'll do all my research and I'll have all my notes and I'll have a pretty good handle on how everything works. And then a week goes by and all of a sudden I've forgotten absolutely everything. So we're trying to get him down to like 600-ish health. He's going to be hitting himself. 600-ish health. Could be a little bit less. I should probably just do it now though, because I think my dude's going to die. Come back, throw down the ion cannon. Doesn't quite kill him, but it gets him pretty close, and he doesn't have any healing, so that's something. And then if we bring up this guy, I could ion cannon. He's taking half minus 81. I think this might still do it. No! This is what I get for not doing the math. Oh well, it's okay. He's not gonna hit me again. So I'll swap. I'll swap to the idol for this guy because not that I was gonna throw up stone skin to deal with the toxic skin, but I don't think it's really gonna be needed. It's not gonna be super important. I miss the PvP videos. Yeah, I just need to find something good to replace them with. I think the thing that was really nice about the Battleground videos was they were very laid back. They were unscripted. And it's just kind of, it was almost like a podcast thing. And I want to do that again, but I, again, don't have one for this weekend because I haven't exactly decided what I want to do. Dave or Bob are your favorite two pet names? When do we get a guide for that Naga woman? Oh, man, I'm so behind in chat. Okay, so the guide for the Naga woman. So I beat her every time she's up, but I beat her with 3 pets because I have yet, and I've spent some time, I have yet to find a 2-pet strat that I'm happy with. I have one that works if you don't get crit. As soon as somebody crits you one time, it's over. You're just done. You're done for. So, and I'm not gonna publish it like that. We're not going that way. So instead, I'm gonna come up with a better one. I'm probably gonna work on it a little bit tonight and see if I can come up with something. And once I have a good strat, I'll put it out. But no, she's definitely. I hate her. Yeah, what's up, Luke Usher? Thank you for the super chat. You didn't send a message though. I don't know if you forgot or if you just didn't have anything to say. Wailing Caverns. What's up, Nurburgun Rex? Miss you all, even Machiko. Regards to the husband / massage. You've lost me, but I'll tell him you said hi. Not using rematch. I never set up the Wailing Caverns in rematch. I probably should have, but I didn't. So we're gonna go decoy pets. I'll throw Frostboar, and then I can probably get another turn out of the idol, and then what's another good? What's this thing? He's not good. He's not good for this. Let's use something that has magic damage. Stormwing have magic damage? No. I'll just grab a dude. Grab a dude. Dudes? Sure, why not? This isn't any better. This isn't in no way any better. But, sure, why not? We can probably beat it like this. So I'm gonna missile once because he burrows. Then you build the thing. I remembered one thing. Emperor Crab and Nether Fairy Dragon works pretty well. For Sisyx, hang on, I'm gonna make a note. I was trying the spiny crabs, and then I had the bunny in the last slot, but I'll have to try that. Emperor Crab, you said Power Breed, and Nether Fairy Dragon. I'll mess around with that later tonight. Thank you, Fairy Dragon. Hi Hazel Senpai, I finally made your stream. Sup Cosmic Feather. Highmountain invasions that just spawned. Oh, cool. Okay. So after I finish Wailing Caverns, I'll go do that Highmountain invasion, and then we will wrap up some Broken Shore world quests. And then you know what I want to do if I have time, because it's already like 3:30. But if I have time, and I think I should, I want to do Gul'dan because I am on. Here, I'll finish this battle, but I am on for the Insurrection quest line that gives me the Arcanist's Mana Saber, which I don't have yet. The last thing I'm pretty sure that the last thing I need to do is defeat Gul'dan. And I think I can just queue up for LFR and knock that right out, because I've already done all of Nighthold on normal and heroic this week. I don't have lockouts for those. but I betcha that I can just queue for the Night Spire or whatever, Betrayer's Rise, whatever they call it, and I bet I can just queue for that and then kill him. I would assume that they let you finish Insurrection in LFR because that wasn't intended to be like a super hardcore thing. Do you drink or smoke? I definitely don't smoke. I'm fairly averse to smoking. When I was a kid, some people came to my school and they were like, "Don't smoke, kids," and I was like, "You know what? You're right." And then I never did. But I do drink occasionally. I don't drink often. Probably like a couple times a month, maybe 2, at most 3 times a month. On like a Friday or a Saturday night, I'll have 1 or 2 drinks with my friends and we'll play like some Overwatch or something. But that's about the extent of my drinking. You had a strat, but it was RNG based. Yeah. Water Strider, Pump, Cleansing Rain. I tried the Water Strider thing. And that your death makes the whirlpool void. That was where the RNG came in with the spiny crabs as well. Was if he crit you and the whirlpool was still up when your second pet came in, your second pet eats that whirlpool damage, the whole thing just falls apart. Was the issue that I was having with Sissix. Hi from Spain. Hello. Hazel, my one and only favorite WoW streamer. Sup, Bazin? How you doing? Hazel, can you shout out to my boy Cheesy? He loves you more than Trey Chat. Sup, Cheesy? How you living? The thing that shows the enemy's skills cooldown. So that is something I would strongly recommend. That is an add-on. So if we look at my add-ons, that is Pet Tracker. So I have Pet Tracker, and then I have Pet Tracker Switcher, I believe is the module. I don't have upgrades or journal or config enabled because I don't use those. But I use Pet Tracker Switcher and Pet Tracker, and that's the only reason I have Pet Tracker installed. That is the only thing I use it for. But I love being able to see the cooldowns like that because then you don't have to turn count. And Pet Battle Info used to do it, but Pet Battle Info has long since died, and I should probably just get over it and let it go. You said in another video that you really liked. Was that only the first boss? I need to battle faster. So we're gonna grab another decoy pet. Let's go with an Alarmabot. My Anubis appears to be still fine, so I guess we'll keep him. I'm gonna grab an actual magic pet though. Let's bring... Ooh, Abyssius. No, he doesn't really have magic damage. Soul Trader? Sure, why not? Ooh, that'll be fun. Intervision Soul Rush should be a good time. I don't think I've ever fought with my Soul Trader. I only bought him because it was Warlords, and this was before the Pet Battle token. Or, the Pet Battle token. This is before the WoW token, rather, sorry. And I didn't have anything to spend all my gold on, so I bought all the, the TCG pets on the auction house because people would sell them on the auction house. You said in another video that you like cooking and listening to a live stream. You could try listening to the WoW books. The Illidan book has been doing well for me during my kitchen endeavors. That's a good idea. People have been telling me for a long time that I should be getting into audiobooks, and they're probably right. It sounds like one of those things that as soon as I try one, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, I really should have been doing this all along, but I haven't tried it yet, so I haven't gotten to that point where I feel like I need to do it. Eventually, I'm probably going to try it, but I have not listened to an audiobook yet in my life. Pet I recommend for the Naga woman is the Emperor Crab? Okay. Because the Emperor Crab, is he... Hang on. What moveset is he? Emperor Crab. Okay, so he's just like a regular moveset crab, but I bet you can get him in a really high attack breed. I don't know if I have the right breed of that. Interesting. Okay. So, are you going to do a mount run in any stream? I haven't done any mount runs in stream lately. It's definitely a good idea for stream content. I just always have stuff to catch up on in WoW, and I'm not actively farming any mounts. I think I got my, what mounts did I get to drop on stream? I don't know. I used to do runs of not Magister's Terrace, the Sunwell for pets. I used to do pet run streams back when I was farming the pets that I needed for raiding with leashes. Are you going into the depths of Gul'dan? LFR chat is praying for you. Once I get to the point of queuing up for Gul'dan LFR, which is going to be after I do the invasion, when that comes up, I should have... what am I doing here? I should have done decoy instead. I could have actually stayed... I guess I still have time for decoy. Oh, no, I don't. Rip. Okay, that's fine. I want to use the Soul Trader. He's got middling everything. He's got okay speed, and he's got okay attack, and he's got okay health. But you know what I really want to do is I really want to Inner Vision, and then I want a Soul Rush. It should deal some good damage here, especially because this guy's only got 1,000 health. So how much is this going to hurt? Do you not have something like Battle Pet Breed ID to check breed? I thought I had Pet Tracker Breed ID on. Apparently it's not on properly. Just dependencies Pet Tracker. I don't understand why that's not working. Usually I have Pet Tracker breeds. I need to take a look at that. So that was that. I can probably use those guys again, actually. Let's grab one more fresh decoy pet for this third dude. Decoy, Skybow. Sure, why not? What do you do, Skybow? Missile, Overtune. Yeah, Skybow's not very fast. So let's do this. We're gonna throw down. We'll throw down the decoy first, and then we'll throw down an Overtune and see if that makes me faster. Is there a mount that took you an agonizingly long time to get? It was like 400 kills, I think, before I got my Stonecore Drake, but that wasn't really, it was only over like a week or so. It wasn't really that bad because I was really enjoying making gold back when I was farming the Stonecore. I did that in, I think it was Warlords. Maybe it was late Mob, but the Ember Silk Cloth was selling for a lot because people were still making bags with it. So I did it back then. Agonizingly long time? Probably. I'm probably forgetting something. I'm probably forgetting a mount. I farmed forever for the Alani Drake, but I didn't actually get all the shards for it. I had Skaterbun bail me out on that one. I have a good amount of mounts. Actually, there was a spreadsheet that was going around my guild that had like guildy info from the API, and it had us ranked for like who does more world quests, who has more item level, who has more artifact traits, who has more pets, who has more mounts, who has more achievement points. Like there was all sorts of different info in this thing, and I was surprised to find that I was second ranked in my guild for mounts. That was really weird to me. Skaterbun obviously was the first ranked because he has like a lot of mounts, but I was second for mounts. I didn't think I really have that many. I'm not a hardcore mount collector. I have like, I don't know, almost 300 if you're counting for the achievement. I don't have the 300 achievement mount though. It's a little bit strange. The Violet Proto-Droid takes a while to get. Yeah, I do not have Invincible. I haven't been farming for that yet. I will probably go back and farm for that at some point because Invincible is just a super cool mount, but I don't have him. You ran Stonecore for some transmog a month ago and it randomly dropped, but you already had it. Oh, that sucks. That's rough. Your dad pays you to go on mount runs for him. When he gets lazy, he'll give you $2 to go on his mount runs. Oh, man. Child labor at its finest. Child just meaning like you are the child of your father, not that you're like an actual literal child. But that's funny. I totally know some people that would do that if they had kids. How do you get the green Proto-Drake? So the green Proto-Drake is from an egg. So basically, you go to Shalazar Basin in Northrend, and you get rep with the little googly doodly dudes. Not the Wolvar, but the other ones, the oracles. And once you have rep, I think you can buy the eggs, and it takes a couple days to hatch, maybe like a week. When it hatches, it'll probably just have like a pet or just like some vendor trash in it. But that egg, when it hatches, has a chance to drop the mount. I don't 100% remember exactly how you get the egg. I think you just buy it once you have rep. I know there's a rep involved. I got that back in Wrath. It's been a long time. How do you have that many mounts? You just kind of get them over time. I used to try and farm mounts. And back in Warlords, there's like a lot of mounts in Warlords. You just get like a lot of random stuff. Just like there's the Garrison Stables mounts, there's like a whole bunch of those. I don't know. So for his, how did we do his? I think they recommended that people do the Yeti. Oh, my power's flickering a little bit. And that was the other thing. I mentioned this in the vlog, but there is a massive windstorm outside. So if I go offline, then there's a strong chance that my power went out and that I will not be back. So hopefully we get through most of the stream before that happens. So Yeti with the lightning. Oh yeah, and then the please don't blink. Please don't flicker. I don't want to go offline. Clockwork Gnome. We haven't even done build turret. Okay. We haven't done Gul'dan yet. It's gonna give me so much artifact power. Look at this quest. It's gonna give me 5.1 million artifact power. I need it. That's the juice. That is the good stuff. It's revered. Takes 3 days to hatch. Okay, that's not that bad then. Yeah, I should definitely do it. Any current gold farming guides? I did one for Legion, just like generally Legion. I'm probably going to do an updated one for 7.2, but the gist of it is the way I make my gold lately is I get my followers with the items that give you gold when you complete world quests, and then I just do a bunch of world quests. That, and then I flip pets with Trade Skill Master. Trade Skill Master auction as playing is still very much profitable. And then I cash in Bloods of Sargeras for whatever sells best in your server. For me, it's usually Foxflower or Fjornskoggle. Those are usually worth 400 to 600 a piece, and then just doing any content that gives you Bloods of Sargeras is pretty profitable. So it's mostly a mix of world quests, Bloods of Sargeras, and then auction as flipping for me. You just passed a priest riding the new Suramar flying carpet. I'm so jealous. I did one of the I got the chest. I got the chest for the these words are not in the right order at all. I got my first Paragon rep chest for Suramar rep. But I didn't have a mount in it. I got my first amount of Paragon rep. I'm pretty close in the other ones. 9. So for Nightfallen I need another like 7,000 because I already got one. But I'm pretty close on Wardens. I'm pretty close on Valorhar. I'm quite close on Ferondis. I'm not close enough on Dreamweavers. I'm so excited for flying because once I have flying, I'm going to do so many world quests just for rep. It makes me really sad that I'm not a human anymore because I used to be a human and I could get so much more rep, and the mounts are so cool. Such cool mounts. Why is there no free speech in Canada? Who's infringing any free speech in Canada? I said all sorts of stuff while I lived there. Okay, so Hiss is dead. Deviate Chomper. We just want to punch through this pretty much, so we're gonna go with the Inner Vision Soul Rush, see what that does. Any tips for WoD old farming? Farming what in WoD? I can't have no wife. I don't know what you're talking about, man. You're out in the mountains. The wind is irrational out here. It gets, like, we're in the northwest, so it gets windy sometimes. I don't think it gets as windy as it used to back home on Vancouver Island. We used to get some pretty crazy wind, especially, like, right on the coast. But today, in particular, has been, like, a wind warning day. Like, I cut short my walk early this morning. I was walking my dog like I always do, and I turned around before we had gone our full route because there was debris. There was, like, rocks and debris and sticks and stuff flying through the air at fairly rapid speeds, and I was afraid of something hitting me or my dog, like, in the eye or something, so I just turned around. And went back after, like, 20 minutes instead of an hour. So I would not be surprised in the slightest if the power goes out. It's like an extra chest of disappointment. I mean, it's nice because it's extra. It's not something that we had before. It's not something that we really knew that we wanted until they gave it to us. But it's just like an extra emissary chest. I like that it has gold. I like that it has order resources, although I have lots of order resources. And then it has a chance for really cool amounts. So that's probably one of my favorite systems. One of my favorite systems that they added. Okay, so I'm going to use my Emerald Proto-Whelp because he is my broski. And then I need 2 more thingies. Let's just grab a magic. Actually, I may as well grab a Nexus Whelp for this one, and then some other thing, and then I'll do Stormborn, and then another one. I don't know why. I just need another max level pet. So we're gonna find ourselves a nice thingy. Just in case you haven't done this before, if you run through these little bile shrooms and you get poofed by the stuff, they give you a movement speed increase. It's a debuff, but it is a debuff that increases your movement speed. So if you feel like you're really slow running through the cave, you want to get poofed by the little mushrooms. I think I forgot to mention that in my guide. Where is your puppy? Can you show us? My puppy is not in the room, and I'm probably not going to grab him just because he really hates it when I do that. I try not to squander my goodwill with my dog whenever I can avoid it. For the Paragon progression rep parts. Yeah, I have it. I did. I am using that add-on. It's not working. It's not working anymore. I installed it. Is it not on? It was called Exalted Plus. A, B, C, D, E, Exalted. No, see, look, I have it on. I did install it after I retweeted it. But it's, I think they're updating it, is my theory, because what it was doing was after I got my first Nightfallen cache, it was just showing them at maxed again. Like, it couldn't figure out how to reset the bar. But now they're just all shown as max, so I don't know what's up with it. Hopefully they get an update out for that, because I am running that add-on at this time. I am currently running it. Change back to human then Hazel? Yeah. But haste, and my gnome is so cute. I do like being a gnome, and I really like the haste. And escape artist gets me out of some raid mechanics. Although, I mean, every man for himself does too. I didn't do this right. I didn't do this right at all. Whoops. It's fine. 244, 276. Eh. I'll bring out the next as well. He's going to take a lot of damage, but that's fine. I think I'm faster enough than these that Mana Surge should just mow right through them. Especially because you get the buff. You get the Dragonkin buff. Nexus Whelpling is so good. I have guildies. Oh, so close. I have guildies that do pet battles. And they pretty much just use Nexus Whelpling and Mechanical Pandar and Dragonling on everything. Because, you know, when you don't have that many pets and you're just trying to do your world quests for, like, artifact power or whatever, you want to get your quest done as few pets as possible, so it's nice having pets that you can use on pretty much everything like that. Okay, so that was one of them. I'm going to switch out that for a Stormborn, and then I'm going to grab my Mechanical Pandar and Dragonling. He has been training for this day. Where are you, buddy? There he is. There he is. England just gets rain. It's fine. At least you got a change in the weather. Gnomes. Yeah, no, I like being gnome. Say hello to Argentina, please. Hello, Argentina. It's weird it works for me. Yeah, I don't know what's up. My add-ons appear to be doing some bizarre things today. I should reload my game, probably. Humans do get the 2% bonus to all stats. You do get some haste. Yeah. I get so much, though. And haste is better for Shadow Priest than it is for anybody else. That's mana. That's awful. I thought maximum mana was going to give us maximum void form, because that would have been super good, but I guess they decided that would have been too much. Languages. Nimble fingers. Yeah, it's 1% haste. There's no way that humans get 2% to everything, like 2% haste and crit and everything else. There's no way. That would be too good. You saw it received an update today for this issue. Okay. I have Twitch running, like the Twitch app that is now the Curse client, that it's supposed to be auto-updating my add-ons. Maybe I just need to restart my game. That is quite likely. Or maybe they did update it, and I have that update, and that update is not working. They need to update their update. Maybe that's it. Yeah, what's up, Harima? Are you doing PvP pet battles? I probably won't have time today, because it's already 3:51, and I need to finish the Wailing Caverns, and then I need to do the Highmountain invasion, or maybe it's Stormheim. I don't know which one. But I need to do the invasion, and then I need to do Gul'dan, because I am on the last step of my Insurrection campaign, and I want my Arcanist Mana Saber. I like kitties. I need a kitty. I don't know why I'm clapping. So I probably don't have time. I don't think I can do all of that in an hour and still have time for PvP pet battles. Hey, I made it in time. What's up, Space Whale? What kind of computer do you recommend for gaming? Step 1 is get a desktop PC. Do not try and, if you can avoid it, do not try and game on a laptop. Do not buy a gaming laptop. You just don't want to go there. It's just a bad idea. Step 2 is probably Windows. I love Macs. I have a Mac. I use it for things that are not gaming, but you're just going to run into limitations if you're trying to game on a Mac. So you want a Windows desktop. And then as far as specs, it's going to really depend on your budget, but you want ideally a minimum i5. i5s are fine, i7s are better, but i5s are fine. Your CPU is probably not going to be bottlenecking you. You want between 8 and 16 gigs of RAM, but more important than how much RAM you have is making sure you get good RAM. 16 gigs of 1333 megahertz RAM is not going to be a very good time, whereas I'd rather have 8 gigs of like 2400 megahertz RAM, like fast RAM. So you want at least 8 gigs of good fast RAM, 16 if you can afford it. Definitely get an SSD if you can afford it, and then install WoW plus your operating system on it, because that's going to make everything boot super quickly and give you really quick loading screens. As far as a graphics card, I have a 1070 in here. I really like that. If you can afford it, it's good. You'll be fine with a 1060 or even a 1050 for WoW if you're on a budget, or if you have extra money to spend, you can always go up to like a 1080. Anything more than a 1080 is just overkill for WoW, but if you're doing other games, then it might be necessary. And then make sure you get a power supply that can power all of that, so like a 750 watt just to be safe, so you can like upgrade things later and not worry about it. I have mine liquid cooled, which keeps everything at a nice chilly 30-ish degrees Celsius, so nothing's really overheating on me. And then I feel like I forgot something. Computer, graphics, RAM. The motherboard is just whatever motherboard's compatible with it all that's not too cheap. I have a Fantex Enthoo case because it was like a nice big case. It was really easy to build with. I built my own, and I do recommend building your own. It's not as hard as it sounds. It's not super scary. But if you're not confident, you can definitely pay somebody to do it for you, or you can just buy a pre-built from like CyberPower. I think I bought an iBuyPower PC back the first time I moved here, and it was fine. It worked good. I had to reassemble it a little bit because some of the parts came out when it was shipping, but it was fine. It's a good computer. Toothy. After I moved back to Canada the first time, I gave it to one of my friends here, and as far as I know, he still uses it. It came on my laptop. You know, it's not like you can't do it. It's just if you're looking to get a computer for gaming, desktops are going to be more long-lived than laptops because, you know, a computer part is going to have a longer life if it is not being constantly heated by having everything squished on top of each other, and then being like the mashing your keys and moving it around, and like the mini traumas that a laptop goes through. It's not going to break a computer, but it's also not going to have the same kind of long lifespan a desktop can have, and then it's not upgradable. Like, if my hard drive goes, or my graphics card goes, it's really easy for me to just buy a new one, stick it in there, and all of a sudden my computer's good for another 2 years, and you can't really do that with a laptop. But if you're in a limited space, or if you really need to carry it around, then you can certainly get by with it with a laptop. There's nothing wrong with them. I just don't recommend that people invest in one. I had to use a Mac to play. My laptop couldn't handle Legion. Yeah, don't get me wrong, Macs will absolutely run WoW. I have WoW installed on my MacBook because if anything happens to my computer, I definitely want to have it ready to go as a backup. I just wouldn't recommend it for, like, you're just going to occasionally run into stuff that runs bizarrely on it, that's all. Your school got flooded today, and the kids went, and one of them brought water guns to school, and lots of us got soaked, but it was fun. Were you guys having a water fight with flood water? Because that sounds really unsanitary. I mean, I'm sure it's fine. You're probably not going to get flesh-eating disease and die, but oh my goodness, I wouldn't. You have to play on laptops. You've never had a laptop last longer than 3 years. Not recommended. It's just, yeah. Like, you can get lucky and have it last a really long time, but the odds aren't in your favor. That's all. More computing power for less of the PC. Exactly, yeah. It's gonna just be faster for less money. Yours is a few years old and it's reaching the end of its life. Yeah, if you have room to set up a desktop, it's so nice to have everything, you know, with its own space in its own place. And then I combine that because you definitely still sometimes need to do things while you're away from your desk. So I have a tablet. I love my iPad and I use it for all sorts of stuff. I do documents on it. I do like I have a little keyboard for it, so I can do pretty much basic, you know, word processing or browsing, email. I can handle all sorts of stuff on the iPad if I want to be not at my desk. And those aren't terribly expensive anymore. I mean, they're not super cheap, but I think the new ones are like $330, and that'll do pretty much whatever you need it to. I have done this wrong, by the way. I think I'm actually about to lose because I was not paying attention. Oops. Not a great example of how to do this from Hazelnuttygames. Let's try this again, shall we? So Toothy had 305 attack. Looks like Snarly is basically the same thing. And then we're gonna use a Stormborn's already gone for. Let's use, sorry, what were his backline pets? He had a backline small claw, so we want mechanical and then magic damage. Okay. Mechanical and magic. So as far as mech pets, I'm going to pay attention this time because I was not looking. I really liked using the Menagerie Custodian. It's got Zap, Shotgun on Ion Cannon, and then for magic damage, we've got, let's use the Lofty Libram should be fine. I want a fast one. He's got Interrupting Gaze, Inner Vision, Eye Blast is fine. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? I'm gonna try and pay a little bit more attention and hopefully actually beat this. So we go Rip, Blood in the Water, Spam Water Jet. Rip. Icky can beat literally everyone in here. Yeah, but how many Ickies do you got? How many Ickies do you got up there? Trackpads, oh god. Oh man, I used to play, like, back in Cataclysm, I played Arena with this guy. He also played a Hunter. I was a BM Hunter, and he was also a BM Hunter. We did double BM Hunter 2s. Not a thing, by the way. Like, super casual 2s in Cataclysm with this guy. And he was, like, a middle-aged guy. And he was like really laid back and relaxed. He was a chill dude. And he played WoW, I found out, on his laptop, which was fine. On his lazy boy recliner, which is starting to get a little less fine. With a trackpad! Just on his lazy boy recliner, laptop on his lap, trackpad and the keyboard, playing some BM Hunter. I was like, buddy, how do you get by in life? And he's like, sometimes my legs get a little warm, but it's fine. Whoops, missed a trap. Oh, man. He's elemental, don't use a mech pet. No, the mech pet was for this guy. These guys, like the little raptors, can totally solo the first one. So I was just counter picking the backline, that's all. Hazel Senpai, do you have all of the Falcosaur battle pets? Yeah, I have all the Falcosaur battle pets. I don't have all of the Falcosaur mounts yet, oddly enough. I am kind of starting to... I got the Snow Feather mount. So if I go here... Snow Feather. I got the Snow Feather mount, and I'm starting to work on the Sharp Talon, but after I got the first Falcosaur mount, I didn't really have it in me to, do any more of those quests. Which add-on lets you see the other team's moves at the bottom? That is Pet Tracker Switcher. Pet Tracker Switcher. So add-ons, Pet Tracker, and then the Switcher. That one right there. How did he manage to jump out a window? Right? Okay, so we did it this time. I actually did it. Paying attention for the win. Leaving this group. Will you make a guide for Sissix? I will make a guide for Sissix. I just need to nail down my preferred strat, and as soon as I have that together, not today, mind you, it won't be out today, but as soon as I have it together, I will do it. I'm not skipping it. Alright, so damn pet supplies. Fingers crossed. Doodle-a-doo. 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 Wah. No good. I do have one of them. So if you look at the pet journal and you search for damp pet supplies. So Son of Scum is from the achievement. You get him by default the first time that you do the challenge. So, and then I have the Venom Fang drop. He drops as a common quality. I used a stone to upgrade him, but I'm missing these two. I don't have those two yet. Okay, so I'm going to head back to Dalaran. I am going to check my mission quest because it looks like I just got a mission. And then I'm going to head to Highmountain. I want to say there's an invasion up in Highmountain. We're going to take care of that, and then we're going to do, yeah, Highmountain is under attack. Gul'dan, and then I want to do Gul'dan if I have time, because we only have an hour, and I am notoriously bad at doing world quests on stream. If I beat Gul'dan, I get 5 million artifact power. I want the 5 million artifact power, and I want my Arcanist Mana Saber, so that's definitely on the list. But if I don't do Highmountain now, I'm going to forget, then I'm going to go do dinner, and I'll come back, and it'll be like over. You have all the Falcosaur mounts? You don't have them? Yeah. I'm gonna get them one at a time. It would be much faster if I just did a set of the dailies every day, but I can't bring myself to do it. Somebody asked me about artifact power. Do you have a single preferred method of getting AP or a few? You're struggling on the AP game. So, what I'm doing now that I've decided to really dedicate some time to it, there's like different tiers of artifact power grinding, and maybe at some point I'll do a video about this. But like the lazy gear is you just show up for your raid if you raid. And you do your emissary caches. If you don't raid, you just do your emissary caches. 4 world quests a day. You get your emissary, prioritize doing artifact power world quests from those world quests, and then you do missions, and you do artifact power missions. Like, that's the super lazy way. And then your next step is to add in a random daily heroic if you can smash that out really quick. And then you want to start getting into the lockout stuff. So, assuming that you have a middling amount of gear, going through and doing all of your mythic plus zeros every week, because you can do those once a week, like a regular mythic of every single dungeon. Those give you a huge amount of artifact power. You've got a good chance for legendaries. And then after that, you've got you can do all of LFR. I have guildies that do all of LFR every week. I'm going to be starting to do that myself too, I think. Just put on some Netflix and do some LFR. Normal raids, like you can get into like a normal Emerald Nightmare pug really easily. You can do like some normal TOV, normal Nighthold. Those have lots of artifact power, and then you just kind of go from there. The Mana Saber is so pretty when it flies. It flies! It flies! I didn't know it flies. Flew. Flies? Flew? Flies? I didn't know that. Oh my gosh, I need it. Maybe we should do that first. I can't fly in Legion anyway, so. What should I queue here? Can I do this? 900. Requires 900, but that one, yeah. I like sending these out with 200% chances if I can, because that extra little artifact power token is nice. Okay. So I'm gonna set myself flying out. I'm gonna get up for a quick second and be right back. And we'll do... You didn't do a guide on the Frost DK challenge. I don't play a Frost DK, man. I don't even have one. I'm not going to do videos for any of the challenges other than my priest, because that's the only one I have set up. I don't think I'm even going to try it on my resto druids. Because I don't... This is what I play. I play the one thing. I have given up on the alt life. I have quit. I've moved on. I am a shadow priest until I decide I want to become a warlock one day. But I've been messing around with the idea of being a warlock ever since, like, the beginning of Warlords, and I haven't done it. I've looked at it. I have a warlock, but something about Shadow Priest just does it for me. So, I could go get the Dark Moon buff, and that would be the smart thing to do. How close am I to a Highmountain tribe? I could use the extra rep, honestly. It's so bothersome. I don't have any of the extra Dark Moon hats. So I have to go back to the fair every time I want to pick up. I'm actually going to be kind of glad when the Dark Moon Fair ends on Sunday, because then I don't have to worry about going back to get the Wii buff every time I do World Quest. 23 legendaries. Who has 23 legendaries? How do you get it? The Arcanist Mana Saber, you have to do the Insurrection quest line. It's in Suramar, so you basically want to do all of the single-player Suramar quests. You can track how far you are if you go quests, Legion... Actually, you can just search for this now. I always forget that you can search. But Insurrection is what it's called. Insurrection. Maybe it's not Quest Legion. No, it is. Okay. Why does it say I'm done? Why does it say that I completed them? 406. It says I did it yesterday. Give me my Mana Saber. Do I just have it? You probably get it from the quest. Wouldn't that be funny if I already had it? Okay, I don't have it yet. Okay, so it is from the quest. So... Fate of the Nightborn, which is not quite the one I'm on, but it's probably like a cutscene quest or something after that. I haven't done this yet. I have never done that before. So we're gonna pick up our thing. We're gonna fly out to... I'm gonna have to use my ring port to get back to Dalaran. You don't have 2 legendaries yet? Oh man, your second one should be pretty quick. It shouldn't take, especially in 7.2, your second legendary. If you just do your mythic plus zeros every week, or at least you try, maybe get like a group of friends together and do a lap of regular mythic dungeons, you should get it pretty early. A lot of blood, sweat, tears, and Typhoon DCs. Oh, does Typhoon still disconnect you? Oh, that's rough. It was easier for you to get your 8th legendary in your resto spec than your 2nd on your balance spec. You don't have 1 legendary yet while your item level is like 780. Yeah, but that means that you're going to be able to progress so quickly. You're going to be able to catch up so fast. You want to, if you're item level 780, you want to just like suffer through the invasions. You get nether shards, and then you use those nether shards to buy dauntless tokens. You can get 850 epic gear really easily with dauntless tokens for like 400 nether shards each. If you do 1 invasion, I think you get like a 1,000 or a couple thousand. You should be able to get a couple pieces of gear every time there's an invasion. So if you're home, go do the Highmountain invasion right now. Use World Quest Group Finder if you have to, because then you have other people helping you with the World Quest, because I understand it can be really hard to kill mobs at level 780. Use World Quest Group Finder. Go do invasions, get nether shards, spend those nether shards on dauntless tokens, catch up real quick. Your dad has a legendary neck piece in his rogue that puts him in absorb shield. Yeah, that's Prydaz. Prydaz is your friend. Prydaz is your buddy. Prydaz is your dad. Prydaz is amazing if you are trying to do the any of the artifact challenges. Pretty much all of them have a damage component, and Prydaz is just a get out of jail free. Oh my goodness, I need to drink some more tea. My voice is starting to go, and I still have that little bit of an early cold that I want to not aggravate, but it should be fine. It was bugged. You got your appearance the day after it was fixed. Oh, no. Oh, you did get your appearance. Okay. You're riding my dream mount right now? Which one is this? This is the Fellfire Hawk. How did I get that? Fellfire. I was thinking of making a really goofy video of like the mounts that I'm going to ride once I have flying, but don't have my class mount yet, because it's like Legion themed. Okay, so that's one of the mount collecting ones. So you just got to collect a lot of mounts. This is what I like to call my Mountain Dew Asaur. The Mountain Dew bird. Look how disgustingly green it is. So we use the ring port back to Dalaran. I want that Mount Hazel gimme. I just got my best legendaries. Congrats, Blake. I was reading your name Blake and trying to say best, and I kept saying blessed, which I guess you are if you just got your best legendary, but congrats. I need to go to the Dark Moon and get the water mount. Yeah, the Dark Moon skate's really nice. You can buy the fish if you have more gold than time. You can just buy the fish on the auction house. That's what I did. I farmed like 100 fish, and I was like, you know what? I'm done. We're done with this. So, also, if I see any PvP world quests, I should do them, because that's the thing I need to do with my Sharp Talon. 250 minutes? Yeah, that sounds about right. I must not be that far from getting the 300. I want the Cloud Serpent now. For whatever reason, I didn't used to be in the Cloud Serpents. Yeah, somebody asked me like 2 weeks ago why I didn't have more of them, and I was like, oh, Cloud Serpents are only okay. I have completely changed my mind now. Cloud Serpents are awesome, and I want more of them. I want the Jade one! But I need more Time Walking tokens for that, and I want Artifact Power more than I want Time Walking tokens. I will be back in just a second. I'm going to let one of my plushies stream for me for just a sec. Hang on. I beat my flight path. I gotta find a good way to arrange those plushies. Murloc stream. Murloc trio time. I stuck the one guy in the chair, and then I was looking at him. I was like, you're not big enough to stream all by yourself. You need help. You need some friends. I need some, like... my teapot's getting kind of low, but we've got like 50 minutes here. We can make this work. Water Strider, super helpful if you can't fly, yeah. But we're gonna be able to fly so soon? How much rep do you guys have? I have, 6915 Armies of Legionfall rep, and I think I have a bunch of world quests up. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 world quests to go do today. So that should help. I'm not gonna finish today by any stretch, but I'll probably finish on Tuesday after the next step of the campaign, I would guess. So, 1... 2, 3, 4. Let's do those. We'll start with From the Skies They Fell. I haven't done a Highmountain invasion yet, so we're about to find out how it's broken, because so far, every other expansion, or not expansion, pardon me, every other invasion, that's the word, has been broken in some way, and I haven't done this one yet, so there's gotta be something wrong with it. You're at 10k? You're at 4k? All I've done is I've been keeping up with the world quest. Every time there's a world quest up in the Broken Shore, I do that. And then I didn't pop any Armies of Legionfall tokens that you get from the mission table. I didn't pop any of those until after I got the Darkmoon Fair buff. So that was the idea there, was I just waited for the Darkmoon Fair buff. You want to make sure that you're turning in your war supplies with your Darkmoon Fair buff up for rep. Do all the world quests that you can. And, that's all I've done. Other people, they're farming. People that have flying already, what they're doing is they're farming war supplies through the rare mobs and the chests specifically. They're realm hopping to look for chests, and then once you have a lot of war supplies, you get the Darkmoon Fair buff, you turn those war supplies in, and you can do that continually. You can basically get revered right now if you want, if you go farm really hard. It's kind of a grind, and I know I'm going to get it like in a couple days anyways, so I'm just going to kind of chill out and just do the world quests. But that's how people are doing it. I'm going to be doing this one tonight, I think. Yeah. It's up for another 5 hours and 17 minutes is the clock on this one. So you've got some time. You've definitely got some time. I'll play test it for you. Do you get 1.5k from each invasion? No, just the first one. You only get rep from your first invasion. Subsequent invasions only give you They give you nether shards, and that's it. You don't get war supplies, you don't get rep, you don't get any way to get rep. It's really just nether shards. But it's like good artifact power too, which is why I'm still doing them, even though you don't need the achievement anymore. I'm assuming the dude's gonna spawn here. I don't know how to make him spawn. Maybe he just spawns in his... Oh, he's just dead there. I just gotta wait. Just gotta be patient. You're at 7188. Yeah. Alright, there he is. There we go. I've had a really bad habit lately when I'm playing my priest of using my dots before I mind blast. You always want to mind blast first. Mind blast is a higher priority. Almost everything is a higher priority than applying your dots, which really gets me because I always want to like make sure everything's dotted up before I go into void form. But I think in some cases it's better DPS to just void form and start flinging out void bolts so that once you get those dots up, they're actually you don't want to be capped on insanity like I tend to be. So that's one. Let's go back. I can actually pick up. I didn't quite finish yesterday's emissary, so I can pick that up on my way past. Maybe I'll get a legendary on stream. It could happen. I want Safuz so bad, guys. Safuz would be so useful for not only the mage tower, but it's just best in slot, I think, for Shadow Priest. It gives you haste, I want to say, when you proc it, and I can proc it with Mind Bomb, assuming that there's a stunnable ad around. So I want it. Do you have the time lost Proto Drake? No. No, I do not. I thought about farming it, but that was a long time ago. And I have since decided I don't need it. I'm good. I am okay living my life as somebody that does not own a time lost Proto Drake. The only character that I actually ride Proto Drakes on, I'm just going to open this. Nope. No bueno. The only character I ride Proto Drakes on is, I ride Proto Drakes on my warrior for whatever reason. I think my Night Elf warrior looks super cool with Proto Drakes. She usually rides the red one or sometimes the blue one around. But I think I just look goofy on my gnome. When are you doing LFR? I'll do LFR after I finish this invasion if I have time. We've got like 45 minutes left, so I would assume that I'm going to finish in time, but we'll see. Hopefully this road takes me up to this mob that I need. 25% haste proc every 30 seconds. Yeah, that is so good. I want that so bad. It's on par with other legendaries without using the active, yeah. And that's the other thing is it has passive haste, so it's only going to get better if I can use the active. Can I get the tag? Ooh. Nope, out of range. Oh well, I'll apply for a group and maybe I'll get into a group where it's up on somebody else's server. I love World Quest Group Finder. I found out that apparently it does spam your friends with quick join, but then I decided people can just tune that out. They can just not look. Like, it's not my fault that there's no way for me to not appear in quick join. It's the only one you don't have and you were happy before 7.2, now you cry. Yeah, but if it's the only one you don't have, that means that it's guaranteed to be your next one. I still have, like, a bunch of really awful ones that could happen to me. If I look at loot, legendaries. So I could get shoulders, which are good. I'd be happy with shoulders. I'd be okay with belt. It's good for Surrender to Madness, which you don't really use, but I might be able to make the cheese strat work for the challenge with that. But I could get Norganons or Twins, and those are both awful. Like, Norganons is actually just dumpster trash for me. And then, the Twins... Oh, I'm still wearing my Kirin Tor ring. Whoopsie-daisies. The Twins... Is this dude? There he is. I think there might be a case for using it in Mythic Plus dungeons, but I don't even know if I would use it even in Mythic Plus dungeons. Like, it seems just finicky and awkward to use, and I don't think the damage is that good, so that one's a pretty bad legendary at this point. Gotta go, but it was fun to be here. See you later, Cosmic Feather. You're tired of grinding treasure chests. 2k rep left. Yeah, I would just wait for some more World Quest to pop up. I mean, if you're really excited, then I go for it, but the grind doesn't look worth it to me. I know we really want flying, and I really want to fly too, but I'm okay just chilling for a little tiny bit. So I'm gonna feather to the Sylvan Falls and pick up that one really quick. Farming chest tokens, yeah. You have 4 bad ones and your bis to get. Oh man, that's the real lottery right there. I think I'm almost out of tea. I got one good cup of tea left. Maybe I'll put on the kettle so I can make a new one. I can probably make it at my desk here. Sometimes I do that. I'll just run the kettle while I'm like queuing for a world quest, and I bring the tea and the little thing to my desk. So yeah, we're going to Sylvan Falls. While I'm flying, actually, I'm gonna put on the kettle. We can never run out of tea. I haven't decided what I'm gonna make for dinner tonight. Maybe I'll do pizza. Kind of feels like a pizza night. So what do I actually have to do for this 257 gold? We gotta kill Commander Zarthak. I love killing single named mobs, especially when they're up. No! I want to get the tag! Alright, this one's elite, so he's not dying quite as quickly. Alright, we're good. We're good. I want, with haste food, not bear tartar. Yeah. The haste food is good. As a Shadow Priest, haste food is what you use if you're trying to cheese it with the Surrender to Madness strat. Bear tartar is really nice. Use the Shadow Priest Legendary Helm to help you down the Mage Tower on your Disc Priest. Shadow Priest Legendary Helm. How does that even work? Just because you needed the legendary slot? I don't really understand. I don't get how that helps. Hello, Hazel. Hey, Sophia. Once you had the hands under control, you didn't really need it anyways. Bear and Barkskin. Have you ever roleplayed? I used to play exclusively on roleplay servers, but I never really got into the roleplay community. The closest I ever got to roleplaying was I used to watch the streamer called Wallabear. I used to watch Wallabear on Twitch, and he doesn't stream anymore, but he occasionally used to do these RP streams where he would, like, go on really low levels, just going on adventures, like, throughout the land, and that was really fun. I came along on that at least once. I miss Wallabear streams. How much is Suramar time gated? You still haven't done one bit of it with Nate 85 main. So I just caught up on all of it recently. The bits that are time gated are occasionally it'll hit you with do 10 world quests in Suramar or do 5 missions from your mission board. But nothing is going to really lock you out to like a whole week. Usually you're just waiting like a day or two at most. And most of it you can just mow right through. You're gonna be tired of doing quests before you hit a stop point for the most likely. A status stick, Hazel? Just as a stat stick? Wouldn't you have better? I guess if you didn't have any better legendaries, if you didn't have any dis legendaries, you didn't have like Pride or Safuz or anything, then I guess I could see that. The stats in the Shadow Helm are perfect for dis in the fight. Oh, okay, interesting. I have this dis weapon right here. It has no points. It has no points. It might have 1. I'm not convinced that I have put a single artifact point into that dis weapon. Like, if I'm gonna heal, I'm gonna be holy. I tried this for, like, 45 seconds at the beginning of Legion, and I was like, man, I'm grumpy. This sucks. And it's fine. It probably doesn't suck. It's probably a perfectly good spec. I'm sure people find it fun and rewarding to play, but I just had a bad first impression, and I have never gone back. I like being a holy priest too much. I'm trying to copy your UI to remove the default gray decoration at the bottom of the screen. So, if you copied my UI, that means that you set up Bartender. And with Bartender, what you do, and if you didn't set up Bartender, you should definitely set up Bartender. But with Bartender, what you do is you say /bartender for... Cannot access during combat. I'm not in combat. Or you just click on the button to open the options. But you go Bartender for... Alright, so, and then you go Blizzard Art Bar right here on the side. And you say disabled. And that's it. That's how you turn it off. If you are not using Bartender, you should. If you're trying to set up my UI, I love Bartender. It's my favorite bar add-on. It's never done me wrong. It's always been there for me. So in here, it looks like we're gonna be slaying some demons, destroying some stuff, killing Pedagogue Gandarak. Man, they're really stretching to make up names now. All the legendaries are actually pretty terrible. Oh, that sucks. They're probably just trying to get Disc Priest to quit because they would rather delete the spec and turn them into Shadow Priests. They just want more Shadow Priests. The best Disc legendaries are utility ones. Oh, okay. You're like having full control over healing. It just, the damage, like the damaging to do healing thing was a neat idea, but I liked it better when they had fist weaving on Mistweavers in like Mop and Wad. I thought that was neat, but when they gave it to Disc Priest, they took it away from Mistweavers, and I didn't like the way it was set up on Disc Priest, so never really did it. You're 10 years Holy Priest? Yeah. Yeah, I was a Holy Priest before I was a Shadow Priest, actually. Holy Priest was one of my earliest raiding specs. I raided as a Holy Priest through Firelands in Cataclysm. That was one of the earliest raids that I actually did with a guild. And I really liked Holy Priest. I really liked healing raids as a Holy Priest until I discovered that doing damage was more fun. until I you know, I had my one chooses the wizard moment. How did you say people were farming war supplies? You want to kill the rares that are up, and then you want to go looking for chests. You want to look for those Legion Fall chests. I'm using Bartender because you recommended it. Yeah, I love Bartender. People that use like LVY probably don't need it because I think LVY has a bar mod. And some people get by just fine with the default ones, but it's just so easy to keybind things and to move things to where you want them. That's really nice. Disc healing is much fun. You're missing out. Yeah, but like every moment that I spend being something that's not a Shadow Priest is just a moment that I'm spending being something that's not a Shadow Priest, you know? Like, you just can't argue with the Void. You try and argue with the Void, and the Void's just like, blah, blah, blah. In that exact intonation, mind you. That was correct pronunciation. And you're just like, oh yeah, no, you're totally right. It's a good call. So, it's weird. It shows you quests, but they're not up, really. I don't know. So it looks like we've done the 4. There aren't any more artifact power ones up. I could go do like the order resources one for nether shards, but I'm not super worried about it. My first raid was Firelands when I was 10. Oh my gosh, I feel old now. When they made monk artifacts for Windwalker Monk, only the fist weapon X-Mogs, they messed up. Yeah, that's rough. How did you find the guild that you raid with? So this guild. I started raiding with this guild in Warlords. The guild formed in late MOP for the intent of raiding in Warlords, and I've been raiding with them ever since. It was made out of like the ashes of a former guild that used to raid back in like Wrath and whatever. I didn't know them back then. But basically, I moved to America to marry my husband and live with him. And we had roommates for a while, and his roommate and him were, like, his roommate is basically, and I guess he used to be my roommate too because I lived there for like a year at least, guild leader. He created this guild out of the ashes of like the old one and then some new friends that we had made, and then it's been his guild ever since. And I've just been raiding in it ever since. So basically, I lived with the guy that created the guild. We were IRL friends. I never had to do the online thing. Make the void noise again? That's gonna be your text tone. No, you're gonna have to dig through the VoD for that one, buddy. I am not doing that again. Okay, so we're gonna whistle and then go see what this scenario is like. I do really like the invasion scenarios. I think they're really fun. When they don't bug out, they're pretty cool. You did the challenge on your assassination rogue with 890. You had Will of Valir though, which helped a lot. That's impressive. Like, that's really cool, dude. Oh, I forgot I had tea. Hang on. So I'm gonna get this to fly back, and then I'm gonna go fill up my pot with 175 degree water. I'll be right back. Go. I made it. So I'm gonna have to set a timer because the last time I tried to steep tea at my desk, I forgot about it and I ruined it. It was so, I still drank it because I felt bad. I was like punishing myself by drinking it anyways, but it was so bad. So we're gonna do that one for 2.5 minutes. 0 hours. I guess just 2 minutes. It's fine. There we go. You're at level 880 and you have trouble with it? Yeah. It's definitely gonna be easier when you're closer to like 9. Even 910. Tomb of Sargeras gear is going to probably make it more manageable for a wider variety of people. Why did I not go far enough? This is not the flight point I need to be at. One more. Little scooch hop across. Happy Rebecca Black Friday. Is it Black Friday? It's not Black Friday. It's March. April. It is Friday, though. Oh! Rebecca Black Friday. I've had a long day. They're tuned around 910. I think that's a fair assessment. I would agree with that. Inzoth is the best old god. I'm pretty pissed at Inzoth because he won't drop his card for me in Hearthstone. I could craft him, but he's like from the old god set. I want him to just drop for me. I guess he won't drop for me because I'm not buying old gods packs. I just want an Inzoth so I can make like a really crazy priest death rattle deck. It's not gonna be a good deck, mind you. I'm not good at Hearthstone. I just do like dailies for fun. But Inzoth just he never happened for me. Oh, that was close. I expect WoW stuff twice a day. Oh man, you better get back to work. Repel the Legion threat from Thundertime. Oh, okay. Did I pick that up? The sound happened. There we go. Call forth a war eagle to attack. I guess I can just do that from here. War eagle. What kind of enemy? Like that guy? Can I call forth a war eagle to attack him? Hello. Oh. Oh, there he is. There's my war eagle. I guess I should tag them, huh? So, holding our ground. Okay, so this is what we're doing. 2 of 10 demons. Injured protectors. Injured protectors. Oh, this guy. Okay. This is my first time doing this, so we're learning. So, oh, that is my reminder to take my tea out of my tea, so it does not over tea. There we go. Okay. Ah! I'm not gonna talk about it. I remember when I got the closed beta for Hearthstone, my friends got mad at me. I didn't get into beta for Hearthstone at all. I wasn't able to play it until it released, and I was pretty hyped about it. But I think at the time I was trying to get into the beta for what was in beta at that time? Was that around the time of the WoD beta? Was Hearthstone like releasing around WoD beta, or do I have my timelines wrong? But I was waiting for a beta invite, and I didn't get any of them. Do you think the next X-Pack will be around Old Gods and Zoth? Old Gods, Naga, Ishara? An Ishara X-Pack would be cool. You made that T your ringtone? Oh yeah, the T timer on my phone. It's probably a good ringtone. I actually don't know what my ringtone is because I never get calls. I have it set to whatever it happens to be set to. I don't really remember, but it's fine. I don't particularly enjoy answering my phone. Asharan and Zoth could share an expansion? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they do some more Old God stuff. But I don't know if I'll be making any predictions until after I've seen what they have for 7.3, because they said that we're going to Argus, and that's all we know. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. Hearthstone's around WoD, yeah. Maybe that's how it went. Maybe I got into the Hearthstone beta and I was really excited because I saw an email that was like beta invite, and it was for maybe it was a beta invite for like a Blizzard client. I remember I got a beta invite and I got really excited, and then it wasn't the WoD beta. I didn't get into the WoD beta until like the very end. It was gross. We need an X-Pack based around the end of time dungeon. All reality. No more time travel. Please, no more time travel. My brain can't take it. I'm not good at understanding time travel. I can understand, it just takes brain power, and I don't play WoW to think. I don't play WoW to try and wrap my head around stuff, you know? You want your text tone to be the sound when somebody picks up the flag in the BG? You could probably get that. You could probably find that sound clip online and then download it and then set it as your phone. I don't know how exactly you would do that, but it's probably doable. I need to destroy another crystal. I'm not doing this very quickly. I'm in combat. I don't want to be in combat anymore. I want to get on my mount. I've been riding my Shadowmane Charger around. I don't know why exactly, but it's been good. Oh, I've been forgetting to use my Eagle. I don't know why. I guess it's got a cast time. Does he even do damage, or is this just so I feel cool? I don't think he does that much. I do not feel like that War Eagle is terribly effective. Maybe he's better against, like, worms and insects. 2014. Was it really 3 years ago? Oh my goodness. I guess that's right. I was mostly, like, I started making videos in late MOP, and then I really started making videos in the WoD beta. I was just doing, like, pet battle guides in late MOP. But, man, it's 3 years ago. Your pet videos have been a godsend, totally helped me out. Can't thank you enough. No problem, Teresa. Keep going with the good stuff. Thanks, Jordy. Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff here. I hate it when I get attacked by a bunch of imps, because if I'm not wearing my Burning Wish trinket, I don't have a good way to damage them. Like, you can Mind Flay a target with Shadow of Pain, that'll Mind Sear damage cleave them a little bit, but it's such sad, pitiful damage that it doesn't really get anything done. And then, like, a Fire Mage will just skip over and annihilate them all in one go, and then I just feel bad. So we gotta go rally some Thunder Totem natives and kill more demons. You're never done killing demons in this X-Pack. Pour another cup of tea. I really like this teacup. This is a really good size of teacup. It's small enough that I drink it before it gets cold, but it's big enough that it's more than 2 sips of tea. It scares me that Kata was 7 years ago, right? That's so freaky to me because Kata was the first expansion that I really anticipated. Like, Kata, because I started playing in Wrath, Kata was the first one that I was there for the launch of. And it doesn't seem like it was that long ago to me. Like, I remember going to GameStop and getting my thing. I got, like, my collector's edition. I was talking about it with my friends. Like, I played a lot of it. I vaguely remember the desk I had, because I was a teenager, so I was in high school. I was living at home with Mom. I vaguely remember the desk in the suite that we lived in that I played it at, but yeah, it was 7 years ago. It's crazy to think of how much of a different person you can become. I guess it's mostly, like, for me, it was just because I was, 16, and now I'm 24. I guess I was 17, now I'm 24. If it was 7 years ago, that's how math works. And it's pretty normal to change in personality quite a bit between the ages of 16 and 24. But, it's just Kata. Terraclaw for PvP was a lifesaver. Hazel should make PvP pet battle videos, don't you guys agree? Why are you so invested in this? I've never understood why you want that so badly. Like, you're the one that knows all the stuff about PvP pet battles. Unborn Valkyrie and Terraclaw have been working for me. Terraclaw's a bro. He's nice and everything because he just heals for so much. So I need to slay some demons. I guess I just go in here. Should I try and get up top? Or, like, where are all the demons at, They don't appear to have made it in here. I probably need to take an elevator. Where are all the elevators in here? I want to fly. I want to fly. This will be so much easier when I can just fly up there, Oh, I made it. We're cool. Favorite expansion? At the time, Cataclysm. I had more fun in Cataclysm than any other point of WoW. But in hindsight, Mop was pretty ballin', and I wish I had done more different things in Mop. And then Legion's actually been pretty cool. Legion has its issues, don't get me wrong, but I really like Legion. Who has the spider mount? Not me. I was saving up for it, but then I was looking, like, when they came out with the WoW token, I was like, I could have a spider mount, or I could have, like, $500 worth of BattleNet balance. And then I was like, man, $500 worth of BattleNet balance is a lot of Overwatch loot boxes. And I like Overwatch skins. No one makes PvP pet battles besides me, and I want to watch them. What, you don't just, like, watch your own videos? You just, like, wake up on a Saturday morning and you stretch and you put on your cup of coffee and you sit down to watch some of your own videos to check out the latest pet battle PvP strategies. You're telling me that's not your weekend? You were leveling in an area with big spiders and an actual spider crawled over your shoulder IRL. I almost threw my laptop. I would too. That's terrifying. I haven't seen a big spider since... I don't think I've seen any big spiders in this particular apartment. These are reasonably new apartments, I think. I think they're less than 10 years old, and this is an upper floor. So we don't get, like, a ton of spiders in here. We do get beetles. This place has a lot of beetles. But back when I first moved away from home, like out of my parents' place, I lived in a basement suite while I was going to university by myself. And this basement suite was old, and it had some bugs. And it was, like, my first time out on my own, so the place wasn't a wreck, but it also wasn't super clean. I had, like, some laundry on the floor. And I once saw a wolf spider, because that place had, like, lots of wolf spiders, like the big... They're not dangerous, but they're big. Like, one crawl out from under my laundry. And I was like, well, that's the last time I leave clothes on the floor ever again. We're done with that now. And then I think I once had one crawl off, I just gotten out of a shower, and I had put on a bathrobe and sat down at my desk to do something in WoW because that's my life. And I, like, looked down at my knee, and a spider crawled, like, from under the bathrobe, like, down my leg, and I was like, I don't know where you came from, but it was huge, and I was like, well, it was awful. I'm pretty sure I freaked out, because I was, like, what, 17? I would probably freak out now, let's be honest. I did in fact have a spider fall on my head in stream one time. I have to thank you for being ranked 8th on my server. Thank you, Hazel. Oh, for, like, pet battles? Or for something else? Because if it's anything else, then I can't take credit for that. Incinerator Vite slain. Okay, so Incinerator Vite is probably going to be over here. I don't think we're going to have time to do Gul'dan. I think by the time I actually get done with this scenario, it's going to be not enough time. How do arachnophobes cope with WoW? I think I said this in the stream before. I think we've had the conversation. I think if you are severely enough arachnophobic that seeing spiders in WoW, like, is really traumatizing for you, you probably don't play WoW, and you probably don't do a lot of things. You probably adjusted your life to where you avoid those things. Or you just know where all the spiders are in WoW, and you actively avoid them, and you just really hope that nobody uses a spider pet, because there have been spider battle pets in WoW for a long time. So where is this dude? Do I have to kill these guys and spawn him, or like what's up? Or is this not? Oh, he's up. Incinerator, is that him? No. I'm just gonna kill all these guys so I can look around without worrying about getting annihilated. I probably should have put on, and I guess I still could, my Kil'jaeden's Burning Wish. I have these 3 are equipment sets. I have single target legendaries, cleave legendaries, which puts on the trinket, and the survival legendaries. But whenever I put on, oh, is that him? Hello? Hello? There you go. Whenever I put on my cleave legendaries, I always forget that I can use the trinket because I have the button on my bar regardless of whether I'm wearing it or not. And when I have the button on my bar but I'm not wearing it, obviously I'm not going to press it because I'm not wearing it, so I just forget to press it even when I do have it on. And I just forget to use it. Okay, so now we go talk over here because we killed the dude. Sup, Mr. Skydoodle. Hello. Okay, so far this has been bug-free, which is nice. Defeat Fell Commander Ericstall. So I think this is gonna be the scenario. So we're gonna queue. We're gonna begin the final assault. When they work properly, I've really enjoyed all of the assault scenarios. I think they're really nice. Turn back the tide. Highmountain. Okay. What mount are you riding? I think I'm riding a Shadowmane Charger. Why are there 4? My UI's been doing this. My UI's been kind of iffy lately. I did not buy the Celestial Calf pet. I just didn't. It's 500,000 gold. I could save up and afford it, but it's 500,000 gold. What did you study? I studied music. I was a music major. I played the trumpet. I was a trumpet performance major specifically. One of your old arena buddies says the spider mount is crazy. Yeah, it's a lot of moolah. It's a lot of nerd cash. Okay, so we're just. I want to reload my UI, but I don't want to like leave these people to progress these part of the scenario on their own. One of these people is not in my group. Probably the one that's not highlighted. Have any of you guys had that happen? I don't even use an add-on for this. This is default UI. I don't know why. It must be like a patch bug. Touch wood, Hazel, else it will bug last second. See bug right there. Yeah. I mean, my desk is... Actually, I don't know that it's wood. My desk is IKEA. I think it was wood at one point in its lifespan. And then it went through like a shredder and then got like spray painted. But it's a great desk. It gets the job done. It's not super fancy. It doesn't look amazing. It's actually got chips on the surface because I guess I chip it somehow. I don't know how. But it's fine. It still gets the job done. 500k, it's only like 5 tokens-ish. Yeah. 5 tokens is like almost half a year's worth of WoW sub. It's a lot of money. Rendezvous with Mela. Okay. Inside and underneath looks like. So let's go jump down in here. Levitate before I get schmucked by the elevator. Maybe I'll just fall down the side. Oh, I always do that. I'll hit the bottom and then I'll levitate after I'm already on the floor. So this should start the RP. There we go. And now we're going to defend against waves of attackers down here. So I got one buddy. While I'm waiting for the wave, I'm going to reload really quick to hopefully fix that on the side. You played French horn in high school marching band. You also played the flute and you're a redhead, so American Pie ruined your life. French horn was hard. French horn, I think, was the hardest brass instrument. They had... I tried it. They had such a tiny little mouthpiece. It was just like... It was so cruel. I was always jealous of the trombones and the tubas because that giant mouthpiece was less likely to cause you, like, facial bleeding. You had to do the Highmountain scenario on your own because the people in your group kept doing 100k DPS and dying to mods. Yeah. Sometimes that'll happen. In the Asuna one, I kept playing with people that would get... And they would get one shot by the... You know the thing where it's like, the Legion is assaulting, watch out, and there's like big fire on the ground? They would just eat that and then die. And they'd be like, whoops, and I'd be like, alright, let's just catch up, it's fine. So we're gonna escort Mela. I'm gonna give her a nice circle here so we don't lose her. Not that we would, she's pretty tall. Very tall lady. Pesky NA with your cheap prices. Yeah, it's almost 100k now, but it's still cheap compared to EU. I think you guys have to pay quite a bit more. You used vanilla UI, you tried using bartender or elf, but you had to stop. It made you car sick. Oh, that's interesting. I've never heard of car sickness from different UI elements, but I can definitely see how it can happen. You felt sorry for oboe players? Their read is ridiculous. Yeah. Also, oboes are like expensive, and nobody gets really excited about oboe players. Like they're never the stars of the band, unless they're just like really attractive people. Any band nerd can be the star if they've got like a nice haircut. Oh no, my demon hunter! Bye! Did you guys see that? He just... Oh, there he is. Rip that guy. Alright, so we're escorted to the front line. So it kind of seems like she's escorting us. She's very fast. To the ship. Okay. Looks like we're going to be wrapping this up pretty quickly. So after this, I'm gonna check the queue time to get into Gul'dan. If I have to wait longer than like 5 minutes, though, I'm probably just gonna do like a couple world quests and then go at 5. Because my voice is kind of hurting me. Should probably take it easy. You play piano and you'd think I'd be good at hitting the correct keys, yet I somehow still press my cooldown in the middle of Dalaran. I mean, as long as you're not pressing Surrender to Madness in the middle of Dalaran, it's probably fine. I've been there. Been there. I used to press Surrender to Madness by accident all the time. Just doing my world quests. I'd be out like killing bears for their livers in Asuna, and all of a sudden I'd surrender, and I'd be like, whoops. Guess I better do some really good damage to these hippogriffs for a minute. It was awkward. But, I mean, I still have it keybound, but I don't spec it ever, really. I pretty much run Legacy of the Void 100% of the time. So, it's not a big deal. It's the best English word description for it that I thought of. Yeah, definitely might be like a translation thing. What's your first language? If like what was the original word? What was the original word that you were looking at? I'm just curious. You definitely don't have to answer if you don't want to. There's so many dudes in here. It makes you dizzy and quizzy. No, that's definitely sounds like car sickness to me. I used to get that way, and I still do actually, depending on the game. But playing first-person shooters definitely makes me motion sick. Pretty badly. So we're just rescuing dudes. I don't know if I need to kill those things. They're not really guarding any dudes. I'll kill these ones. Why not? I'm bored. S2M is something you would not have keybound. Yeah. I was always pressing, like, it's a thing that you use in raid fights, though. I don't want to have to click on it. If I was being smart, I would keybind it, but only during a raid time. Like, just, I guess you could still misclick it during raid. I don't know. I never misclicked it during raid. I only ever clicked it when I meant to. Maybe there was one time where I clicked it on, like, really early. Like, I accidentally pressed it, like, super early in a fight, and I was like, well, I may not make it to the end. But usually when I pressed it way too early, I would actually end up doing really good damage because I would make it way farther than I would expect to, because I was trying really hard, and get much higher, because normally I would play it too safe and press it too late. Where am I going? Set explosives to key positions. Okay, there's one right here. I don't know where my friends have gone, but that's fine, because I can just do this one and say that I'm helping. I'm helping. You don't keybind here, or else I would press it in the middle of Dalaran. Yeah. I accidentally used, like, I had to take drums off my bar. I bought a bunch of drums for doing the artifact challenge, and then I had to take them off my bar because I was accidentally pressing them all over the place. All the world quests for invasions are bugged in my server. Oh, that sucks. They've really dropped the ball with invasion quality testing. Like, they weren't great on the PTR, and they seem to be really, I mean, at least they're working through their issues. I bet it'll be like a week, and then it'll be fine. Eliminate Fell Commander Ericstall. Okay. Can I just pull him, or should we wait? I'll wait for my dude. Are they I guess we can just pull him. I don't want to bug it. I don't want to bug it by doing anything unexpected, you know? Okay. This guy seems like not that much health. Maybe I'm just playing with people. Yeah, these guys are doing a lot of damage. But it's okay. I'm doing more now. I'm doing more. I'm beating them. I'm winning. Go. I thought it was really funny when I was setting up details. I was like clicking through the tutorial, and a bunch of settings were like, YouTubers and streamers can enable this for better audience entertainment. And it was like extra animations and faster updating so people can see who's competing on meters and whatever. I was like, do people really get a kick out of watching streams and being like, oh man, my streamer is gonna win. My streamer is gonna do all the damage. Use the eagles to get off the ship. I enjoy how these all kind of follow like a template, but use a different thing. Like sometimes it's blue dragons, sometimes it's eagles. You've had 0 bugs for invasions? Oh. Well, aren't you lucky? You've done 3 of the 4 zones so far. Your first language is Norwegian. You used it because it contained the symptoms you got from LV1 Bartender. Normal WoW UI doesn't make me queasy, and you have no other problems with other games. At least you don't have issues with other games. You can play freely whatever you want. All right. So I only need Stormheim now. Stormheim did spawn, but I missed it because I wasn't actually like awake at the time. So let's very briefly check the queue time. So if I look at Raid Finder and I look at the Betrayer's Rise queue time. 21 minutes. Nope. Nope. I will sit in that queue while I'm like taking a nap or something. You know what I should do though is I have 18 minutes left of my Dark Moon buff, so I should I'm gonna Hearth to Dalaran and then hop over to the Broken Shore and get some world quests done real quick. This tea is so nice. I haven't had any Japanese green teas. I've been drinking a lot of. I got a big tea shipment from Yunnan sourcing in China lately, so I've been drinking a lot of Chinese green teas and oolong teas. But nice little Genmaichi is pretty good. You can say that you know a little bit in a lot of languages, but you know 0 Norwegian. Yeah, I'm the same way. I know like 2 or 3 words in some languages, but I don't think I could tell you anything in any of the Scandinavian languages at all. I've been watching a couple of Chinese dramas, and when I was watching Korean dramas, it was pretty easy to pick up a couple words of Korean. Not like a lot, but a few words here and there because they're like really, like the sounds are more recognizable, but this Chinese, like I can't pick up Chinese words for the life of me. The only one that I know is whenever a character is like yelling at somebody that they're being really like impudent, or they want to say like how dare you, they go fancy, because this is like an imperial fantasy thing, so that happens a lot, I guess. And that's the only word I know in Chinese so far, because I can't imitate any of the other ones. I can't make any of those sounds. Who has time to queue for DPS and LFR? Choose the queue by healing all the time. But then I have to heal and watch other people do damage, and what if they don't do any damage? And you're just like sitting there, like healing, watching them do 100k? I can't do it. Hello, been following you for a few weeks now. Really like your clean and direct content. Keep it up, Hazel. Thanks, Toastus PT. What is your opinion on the invasions for Pathfinder being removed, or does it not bother you? It doesn't really bother me, but I will say I don't think... Like, I understand why people wanted it removed. I understand how frustrating the invasions are, especially for people in limited schedules. But every 3 days, all 4 of them cycle through, and they cycle through on different time frames. So I don't know how many people were really going to get bottlenecked by the invasions, because if you have a schedule that doesn't let you play WoW very often, you're probably not farming the chests and whatever for the war supplies in order to... You're probably not farming for the war supplies to, like, have flying already. You're probably only halfway through Revered, and you're probably, like, at least a week away. And throughout a whole week, there's a good chance you would have been able to hit up the invasions you needed, even if you had to miss most of them, because they come up so frequently. But I totally see why they took them out. I totally see why people wanted them taken out. I don't care. It's just less for me to do. But I don't think that was necessarily going to be bottlenecking a lot of people. I think people might have overreacted a little bit. But I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Does not matter one bit. You alone is going to carry the group, Hazel. You can do it. Go Hazel the carrier. I mean, I wouldn't carry the group, but it definitely wouldn't hurt. You can totally, especially if you bring like some guildies, you've got like 3 or 4 people doing heroic geared level damage in an LFR. It definitely goes a lot smoother. And 3 or 4 people is usually enough to take care of the mechanics that are going to wipe the raid so that you don't end up just with like 11 determination stacks. Although I have never done Gul'dan LFR, so maybe it's just awful. Maybe people just like run the fire on top of other people intentionally to murder them. Who knows? So there's quite a few word quests up. I should be able to get a good amount of rep. I don't really know why I'm in a group for this one. I guess somebody might kill the boss before I get over there, so I don't have to go the whole way. But you can't share the war supplies, like, when you pick them up. You have to actually go pick them all up yourself. When you're living with your family, they always watch Greek soap operas, and they talk so fast it's hard to keep up. That's the other thing, is it feels like they talk very fast in Chinese. And the Korean goes quite fast, too, but in Chinese, maybe it's just because the sounds sound so foreign to me, it all blends together. But I think when they say thank you, it is something along the lines of shish, shishe, shise. And then whenever they're like mad, they're like, how dare you? They're like, Fonsu! And that's really fun to do. But that's all I got. That's all I got. Tanking with 2 guild tanks usually sorts Alafara. Awful isn't the word, yeah. Few more caves of rep with Legion Fall, and then you have to wait for the heirlooms before you can start leveling all your alts. I heard that people that have been waiting to do alts are really excited for flying, and I can totally see that. I think it'll be a lot better. A lot better once you have, once you can actually fly around. I don't think it's gonna make me level alts personally. I think I'm still probably I'm gonna turn off the game sound. I'm kind of sick of listening to these guys yell at me. I don't think it's gonna... I didn't want to turn off music. I just wanted to turn off the sound effects. Oh, no, it should still be on. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's going to make me level alts just because I have, like, artifact power to be grinding, and every second that I'm playing not my priest, I could be getting artifact power or legendaries on my priest. But, you know how it is. So, we're going to go do Stoneband. Oh, I only have 41 minutes left. I almost missed one, guys. I almost missed a world quest. You've always mained a priest? I've made a shadow priest since late mop, and I mained a holy priest through Kata and mop, so I guess I've always mained a priest. I definitely have had flirtations with both hunter and druid in the past, and then I have characters of like everything, but mostly priest gameplay, I would say. What makes me enjoy playing priest so much? I don't really know, man. I don't know if I could really explain why I like shadow priest so much. Because they've gone through so many different iterations of playstyle. They've gone through some redesigns that make them vastly different to play. We had the whole Shadow Orb thing. Now we've got like the Insanity thing. But no matter how they set it up, I always enjoy it. I'm not going to level alts for the mounts? No. I might be able to be talked into leveling for the pets. Like the class order hall pets. But, I don't know. I would have to level a Death Knight and then I would have to get like a bunch of order resources on him, and I don't know if I want to do that, man. Maybe if I get my weapon maxed out. Like if I have all of the traits on my weapon and there's no more artifact power that I can put into Shadow, and probably Holy either, because sometimes I play Holy for like random heroics or whatever. If I've maxed out my Shadow and my Holy weapon and I have all of the legendaries and I'm looking for something to do in WoW, then I will play alts. But until that has happened, and it's going to be a long time, until that has happened, I don't think I'm going to do it. I don't think I can stomach it. Why? You fell into the AP trap. You know what it is my UI, and if you actually go back and look at old stream VoDs, my UI didn't used to have an artifact power tracker bar that I have at the top here. It's not enabled by default in Bartender, and I turned it on. I talked about this in the vlog. I turned it on, and all of a sudden, now that I can see it in a bar that I can grind, I need it. I need all of it. I need more. You level characters, it's your thing, and you refuse to complete the DK campaign due to the war crimes, so you won't... and you have to do it in the mountain chain. Yeah. Yeah, playing Death Knight definitely requires you to make some in-game moral atrocities. You have to really commit some crimes. But they have whelps. They have little whelp pets. I might commit some in-game war crimes for some whelp pets, not gonna lie. Might do that. I need more Basilisk guys. Basilisk guys? No, those are nether shards. I think I went a little bit too far. I'm not in an instance anymore, but I don't think I was really getting any Basilisk guys from those guys anyways, so I should probably just, like, dot up a bunch of them. 1, 2, 3... Does 1 drop from every dude? You'd think that 2 would drop, but that's an argument that's long since been outruled from WoW. Just because a creature has 2 eyes does not mean that you can get both of them. Too many bubbles, that will happen in 20 years, Hazel? Yeah. So when you get a trade, it was a surprise. Mostly surprise. Mostly what I would do is I would, like, at the end of a day, I would look at this number, and then I would look at, like, the number of how much it would need for my next trade, and I'd be like, man, I need a lot more. I guess I'm not done yet. And then when I started to get close, I would notice that those numbers were close together, but I didn't have, like, a visual representation. You're hoping that doing all the invasions gave some rep, just the achievement? Yeah, I really wish that the invasions gave rep or even war supplies so you could turn that in for rep, but what are you going to do? Ooh, if I do, are any of these about to expire? Eh, do them pretty soon. Oh, flowers. Anyways, it is just about 5 o'clock. I think I'm going to wrap this up so I can stop talking and maybe make some tea that has like some honey in it for my voice. I really appreciate all you guys hanging out with us. We had a huge crowd today. This is like a lot of people. I'll be back next week, same time, probably same stuff. I will, we'll be able to hang out and chat some more. And then I filmed today, the vlog is already up, but I also filmed an unboxing video. I'm going to get that edited and out either Sunday or Monday, depending on whether or not I get a Sisek strategy together to fill in the other one of those 2 days. So if you want to see a more up-close look at the Blizzard stuff that I got, keep an eye out for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.